Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Waiau, no te aroa, hau, ko Ngāti Waiuku kōpako, Ngāti Roro o te rangi, Ngāti Whakaue, tūhaurangi o ku hapu, I whānau mai au I Rotorua, engari he tangata au no te ao. Tēnā rā koutou katoa. I'm Ngapera, descend from the tribe of Te Aroa. My sub-tribes are Ngāti Waiuku kōpako, Ngāti Roro o te rangi, Ngāti Whakaue and tūhaurangi, all from the Rotorua area. On my father's side, I'm from Ngāti Island, from Australia. Born and raised in Rotorua. I'm the second of 7 children. So I know where I'm from, but I truly feel like I am a citizen of the world and feel very privileged to be here today. So thank you for Joseph for inviting me here to speak. I'm just here to speak a little bit about what I do in my mahi. We mentioned when we first did our hui whakatau, our greetings, and we did a koha. And I got up and we said that my koha to you was to welcome you to the Greater New Zealand Network. So I just want to, I'll play a video just to set the scene for what our mahi is, and so you all know what you're actually going to be a part of now.
What defines our country? Is it our open spaces? Is it the sparkling brilliance of our ocean? The land? Our resources? The legacy of our history? What defines our country? He tangata, he tangata, he tangata. We are a people of open hearts, open minds. In a nation born of the sea, we are not bound by borders. 1 million of us live beyond these shores. New Zealand is in every country of the world. We do world class at home and bring New Zealand class to the world. As individuals, we can make a difference on the world stage. But when Kiwis connect through KEA, we empower each other. A borderless nation, united. The difference we can make is unstoppable. The opportunities, endless. Our potential, brilliant. We celebrate our most inspirational world-leading Kiwis from home and around the world. They are the spark of brilliance. He aha te mea nui o te ao. He tangata. He tangata. He tangata.
Yeah, you might hear that whakatauki a lot. I have the very great privilege and honour of belonging to KEA. It's a Kiwi Expats Association. It is a global network of people all around the world, and I just want to share a little bit about that with you. So, as that video mentioned, you know, as a nation, Kiwis, we are adventurers. We like to go off and explore things, and I think having the position of Aotearoa being so far down the bottom of the Pacific, naturally that makes us quite curious people. So KEA is a not-for-profit organisation. Our big mission is to just connect Kiwis around the world to help each other. That's what we do. We aspire to make high-impact global connections that benefit our country and the world, and we believe that we can do this. It was started by 17 years ago. We've been around. Sir Stephen Tyndall and Professor David Teese, who are quite well-known members of New Zealand's society. Back in the 17 years ago, when New Zealand used to talk about the brain drain, and it was always seen as a pretty bad thing, that our best and brightest were getting shipped off overseas and into these positions. But we didn't believe that it was that necessarily a bad thing, and we also don't believe we're necessarily going to be able to stop it. So these two, in doing business all around the world, were constantly bumping into people who didn't know each other at all, but the moment they found out they were from New Zealand, it sparked something. And people would help them and do business and help open doors and give them advice, just based on that kind of, oh, you're from New Zealand? Wow, that's really incredible. So what they decided, that actually it's not a bad thing, and our people are never going to stop travelling, and we're never going to stop being awesome and being asked to go and work in amazing places around the world, but that if we could connect all the Kiwis and friends of New Zealand around the world, that actually that network of people becomes a strategic global asset that Kiwis can tap into and help each other. That actually we can share knowledge, we can share information, and we can help one another. And so that's what we've spent 17 years building. We do this through there's chapters, and there's Kiwis all around the world. So basically we have a massive database. We've managed to connect over 500,000 Kiwis and Friends of New Zealand around the world. And when I say Friends of New Zealand, it's quite pertinent because you may have noticed there is something quite special about Aotearoa. People come here, whether they visit or they do business here, they just seem to have a special connection with New Zealand. And so we feel that Friends of New Zealand, as part of this wider whānau, is actually really important for the future of our country. And particularly as Māori, when we think about that, we've got people all around the world. We refer to that as whakawhanaungatanga. When my family back in Rotorua asked me, Naps, what do you do? You're all around the world, and what is your mahi? What is your job? And I say, oh, well, actually, I'm a connector, Nan or Mum. I'm a connector. I connect people. I'm in the business of whakawhanaungatanga, of making friendships and broadening our scope around the world. And how we do that, and it's based on another Māori concept of manaakitanga, of helping one another. So, and it has become, over the years, a little bit more business focused. We know Kiwis get together all around the world. I, for one, lived in New York City for 15 years. I have a special connection to the US. It's like my spirit country. But yeah, I just noticed over there, we'd come together monthly basis just to, hear that familiar accent and come together and just celebrate being Kiwis. And a lot of it was social. But actually through that, we noticed a lot of business was being done. People were naturally just helping one another. Oh, you're a lawyer? Great. Oh, man, you're a photographer? I'm an events manager. Why don't you come work and do some business together, and just naturally helping each other. So we thought, how could we really harness this network of global people? So we offer a connection service. And we have a website. Anybody on the world can register their business. So everywhere you go in the world, you can see where the New Zealand businesses are to support them. People can list their events if they're having New Zealand type events around the world, and jobs as well. So people can help each other get jobs around the world. But primarily, we have a connection service. So it's a free service. That's just a little bit of an overview of where we are. Everywhere. It's really beautiful. Everywhere I go, we've got scientists, we've got researchers, we've got academics, we've got philanthropists, we've got CEOs, we've got people leading and in leadership all around the world in some of the most influential companies in the world. It's really quite incredible. We've got movie directors, chefs, we've got people excelling in all kinds of industries all over the world. But the really unique thing is that, they're still really, at the end of the day, they're still quite humble Kiwis. And no matter how high up the chain they are or how influential they are, they're still willing to help. So I've got a team of people here and around the world, and our role is to just connect people and help one another. We operate a connection service. It's free. People come to us and they say, oh, hi, Ngapera. Yes, I am a small company and I'm wanting to do business in China. We make toys, but I'm not quite sure. We've been making them here, but we're growing now, and we're possibly looking to have some advice on how we might do business in China. So we just sit down with the business, have a talk about what they need. So for that particular business, I connected to 4 different people. One, there is amazing New Zealand company, Zuru Toys, who are doing massive amounts of business. They're a toy toy company, so they have experience in manufacturing toys in China. I connected them to a lawyer who could help them. I connected them to someone, a friend of New Zealand, a Chinese student that studied here, to give them advice on maybe the cultural ways of how just to think about entering and what to do and what not to do. So there's lots of different ways we can help. We have companies, all different companies come to us every day, everything from incontinence underwear to software as a service to all kinds of people. And when we have this database of so many people, we can actually we just look in the database and go, okay, who's in there? Oh my gosh, did you realise we've got 50 people working in Apple? There's 200 Kiwis working in Google. So we just make connections all around the world. And some of them are quite powerful connections. We've got the CEO and president of Walmart, for example, is a Kiwi. We've got CEOs of 8 of the major banks around the world are Kiwis. But they're all willing and able to help. So I invite you, as you going about your business, if you are really serious about setting up, which really excites me, a centre of excellence for space in Aotearoa or blockchain here, there are other people that I can connect you to that would also love to be a part of it. A lot of our Kiwis don't live in New Zealand and they're not coming home, but they really want to help and they really want to contribute. So there's knowledge there. There's a lot of knowledge out there that I think that I could connect you to, and I'm offering to connect you to. Whatever that connection looks like. Quite often we don't actually know who's in that database until a request comes along. And I go, oh, artificial intelligence. Oh wow, there's like 50 people working in that space. Some are in Southeast Asia, some are in Australia, some are in Europe. So just constantly, that's our role. We're here to help. It's a free service for everyone. And if you've got a connection or a project that you're working on, our team can help facilitate introductions and connections for you. So our catch cry is, with 1 million New Zealanders living around the world, we believe no Kiwi or friend of New Zealand should have to make a cold call, that we should be able to find someone who knows someone to help you. So I invite you all to use the service and participate. The other thing we do is we celebrate success. We have a real issue here in New Zealand. We call it tall poppy syndrome. It is that humble nature flying under the radar. So every year we celebrate outstanding Kiwis who are making a real difference to the world. And we also celebrate Friends of New Zealand around the world. And it's quite a special evening, but it's all about celebrating that success. Some of them are high profile and some of them are like flying under the radar, doing stem cell research, trying to cure cancer, and there's people working in the space. But anyway, it's a wonderful community. I invite you to all be a part of it. And if you want to know more, please come and talk to me. And we just welcome you to the whānau. We welcome you to the greater Aotearoa whānau, because we're all over the world. And kia ora. It's been